Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'll be discussing how my 2020s have been so far. Well, since COVID started in December 2019, early 2020, I didn't know about it until like a couple months after. And then March, when did the pandemic start? I don't remember exactly, but I think it was in March or somewhere around there, and the country had to shut down or go under lockdown. I couldn't go outside for months. I was afraid to go out in public because I didn't know if I was going to get sick or not. Everything was fine until about around Thanksgiving or before after Thanksgiving, that my older brother visited us coming from the other part of the state. They didn't test him for COVID before I think they did test him or they didn't, but he had COVID. And about a week later, my family started having symptoms of COVID. And around December 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere around there, my dad was in the hospital. He had COVID really bad. He had pneumonia too. It's hard to talk about this because it's your family and you love your family, and you don't know what time they're gonna leave you, but with my oldest brother, he left us on December 12th, 2020 at 32 years old. I don't know. We think COVID killed him, but it could have been like a blood clot or something. I'm not going to tell you what happened, how he died, because that's personal, but he died. That night was rough. My mom had to go to the hospital where my dad was and tell him that his first son passed away. And my mom told me that he cried. I've never seen him cry before until he got home, after he got home from the hospital. That is the only time I've seen my dad cry. Because he never usually cries. He's not that type of person. He's not the type of person to cry. But he cried. I cried. I may cry making this video, but that's fine. Years after that, about a year after 2021, 2021 was rough. Still had COVID, and that's when I started getting depressed. Well, actually, no, I started getting depressed back in May of 2020. But that died down after a while, but I started getting depressed again. About a year later. And I hid this depression. What I'm going to say is that I was hiding my depression for a long time. I hid it till 2023. About to September 2023, which is over 2 years ago. And it was still rough, even in 2024. Starting in late April, May of 2024, I started showing symptoms of schizophrenia. I'm glad we caught it, because if we never caught it, I don't know where I would be today. I got diagnosed in late May of 2024 with schizophrenia. As you know, I've said it before in my shorts or videos that I've had autism for about, I didn't know I had autism until I was like 13, 14, but my parents knew I had it way before that. But they never told me because they didn't want me to get upset or cry about it. I did cry I did cry. But that's okay. I am who I'm supposed to be. I am a kind-hearted person. Now, these thoughts I had in, like, when the symptoms for schizophrenia started, it was bad. It was really bad. I was scared and I didn't know what to do. But thankfully, this all went away when I went to the doctor before I got diagnosed. This woman came into the room. She suggested therapy for me. And I thank her for that, because I've had therapy ever since. I've been going to my therapy appointments for over a year now. I'm not going to tell you his name. I'm not going to, like, give out his personal information, but he's a great guy. He's helped me a lot. We talk about things. We talk about sports. We talk about how when I'm depressed and how we can manage it and cope and manage the way I can get through it. Yeah. If I slur a lot in this video, I'm sorry. I'm just a little nervous talking about this. I get nervous all the time, but that's okay. This video is probably about maybe 10 minutes long. I don't know. But I'm doing better now. I'm doing a lot better. I still have depression. I still have thoughts like that, but it's not going to change who I am. I am the person who, what God intended. God intended, He made me who I am. God made me who I am. And I thank Him for that. I need to start going to church. I haven't been to church in, 10 years? And I hate saying that. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel really bad. But I'm going to start going eventually. I want to get baptized, and I want to wash away all my old sins. Because this is another thing I'm going to tell you. I had addiction to porn. I'm not afraid to say it. I had an addiction to it for about, 4 years? I didn't tell anybody until last year. But I'm 1 year porn free, and I'm glad. I don't want to experience what my old self experienced. My old self is evil. The new me is a kind-hearted soul. I've always been a kind-hearted soul, but the old me still had a kind soul, but an evil side to it, like an addiction to porn. I was mean to people who would be nice to me. Like, I hated doing that. I hated the old me. I hate the old me, basically. But the new me is gonna find something new, like volunteering. I've been doing volunteering for about a couple weeks now at the Salvation Army where I live, and it's amazing. I haven't made any friends yet outside of, like, the internet, but I do have a friend on Discord who messages me every day. And I'm glad he does that. He's been my best friend for almost 10 years. And we haven't met each other in real life, but we're going to. I hope so. He's helped me through a lot, and I've helped him through a lot. But my social life is not great. I need to do stuff outside of the internet. Like, I need a job. I don't have a job yet. I'm 20 and I don't have a job. But that's going to change eventually. I don't know how to drive either. I'm 20 and I don't know how to drive, and I don't think I'll be able to drive. Because of my meds I take. I have the shakes. I have anxiety. I have terrible headaches. I don't know if I can focus on driving while I go through that. Which is fine. But I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to eventually learn to drive. Maybe. If I can't do it, it's fine. But I'm going to try at least. Just like church. I'm going to try to go to church a lot and get baptized so I can be saved by Jesus Christ. God has helped me through a lot of hard times. And I'm a believer. You may not believe in God, but I do. I believe in God. I have for my whole life. This may be personal to say, but I'm a Christian. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say I'm a Christian. I know some people who aren't religious, but that's fine. I'm not judging them. They have their own beliefs and I have mine. So whoever watches this video and say they're not Christian, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you because that's a bad thing to do. I don't want to judge someone. But if you judge me, I'm not going to respond because I just don't have any care in the world for you. Because judging is bad and it's wrong and just don't do it. I think this is going to be put into an actual whole video, not a short. So I'm going to upload this as a video and hopefully and see how it does. But yeah, I'm going to make more full-length videos about mental health because you guys want me to talk about mental health. I don't know if I'll post any more today. We'll see. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday or Wednesday if you're in Australia or something. Have a good day or night. God bless you all.